They're here, and they should leave. I'm Justin.
Hot Pants and the Jawa Nuns is my new band name. I'm Sam.
Well, I guess all the snakes didn't escape Ireland. I'm Jackie, and this is High Spirits on Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness, a podcast about bad movies for bad movie lovers by bad movie lovers. I'm your host Justin. With me are always Sam and Jackie. This week on the show, currently streaming on Tubi, is a movie from 1988, I believe, called High Spirits, starring Peter O'Toole. God, why?
Sir Peter O'Toole.
Sir Peter. Beverly D'Angelo, Steve Guttenberg, of course. Who else we got? The guy from Train, he's in there. Jennifer Tilly.
Peter Gallagher, Liam Neeson's, Daryl Hannah.
Peter Gallagher's the guy from Train. That's my joke, because they're the same guy. They're the exact same guy. Hey, sister. Whatever.
When you say the guy from Train, I was trying to think about a movie called Train, because I don't know what you're talking about. If you're talking about a band, I've erased that part of my brain.
Train is disqualified from Sam's head. Jennifer Tilly. Yeah. Who else did we fail to mention? Anybody? Liam Neeson's. Yeah. Gotta have Liam Neeson's in there. Yeah, pretty big cast. Pretty big cast in this turd. Sam, go ahead.
Neil Jordan, the director of this picture, had impressed with his initial film Angel, starring Stephen Rea, which was, I believe, Stephen Rea's first picture as well. He then would make money, though it's a bit of a head-scratcher as to why it made as much money as it did, with his follow-up feature, which was The Company of Wolves, which Justin and I have seen, and we really scratched our heads on that one.
Very odd.
The film previous to this one was a highly regarded, critically acclaimed, and renowned film called Mona Lisa. It's a crime film. It's got Bob Hoskins, Michael Caine, and Robbie Coltrane in the same movie. Okay. And so they're like, Hollywood came a-calling. And they gave him this.
Okay.
And his next picture would also be a Hollywood picture that would flop hard. And it's actually a little bit more surprising that the other one flopped hard, even though this has like a star-studded cast. His next picture was We're No Angels with Sean Penn and Robert De Niro, Demi Moore. It's written by David Mamet, coming off of The Untouchables, The Verdict, and The Postman Always Rings Twice. Paramount's like, that one's on autopilot. We got $100 million right there, no matter what, right? No, it didn't make any money. It fucking flopped.
It's not.
And Art Linson was the producer, which was the same. It's basically the same production team as the Untouchables, almost.
But they gave it to Neil Jordan because they saw this and saw something in him.
You know, he's probably, when Hollywood calls, you're off directing your next picture before the test audience has seen this one.
But he claims they saw the Daily, Sam, and they said, that's our guy. That's our guy for this Bobby De Niro picture. The guy from Taxi Driver. Give him to that hokey, spooky ghost flying around in the air movie.
Well, the Penn De Niro thing was a buddy comedy.
That's true.
So.
It stinks. But still.
Also, they're giving comedies to a guy that just directed one of the darkest love stories between a bag man and a high-priced hooker called The Mona Lisa is a good movie, but I don't know if you give him the Zany Ghost movie next, or, We're No Angels. Because he kicks around, he's not going to find any funding, but his next picture would win the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay, which he wrote.
Which was called?
The Crying Game.
I know all there is to know about The Crying Game, except for that trivia tidbit. I didn't know that one.
You didn't know that one? You didn't know that the guy that directed this directed the fucking Crying Game?
I know all about the penises, but not that trivia.
If you'd seen Mona Lisa, and I was like, that's the same guy that directed Crying Game, you're like, no shit, fucker. It's like, there's one difference. One big difference. Don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen The Crying Game.
I think everybody knows all there is to know about The Crying Game.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I know what
The Crying Game is.
Well, you couldn't. You couldn't not. If you were alive during the time, spoiler alert, if you were alive during the time that the Crying Game came out, it had its opening weekend and people sprinted out of the theater going, "The lady has a wiener!
Here's
The lady
Willie.
has a wiener!"
Yeah. It's there. So.
And there's so much more movie besides
It's actually
that
really good.
part.
It's a fucking solid.
It's a really fucking good movie about the IRA.
It's just ladies packing heat.
Packing heat.
Lady looks like a dude. Is that the Aerosmith song?
Dude
lady
looks
has
like
a
a lady.
wiener.
Lady looks like a dude.
Because that's the thing.
No,
There
dude looks
wasn't
like a lady.
there was
Oh yeah, I guess
people-
it would be dude looks like a lady in this because the dude looks like a lady, but the lady has junk, which is, I mean, travel back in time, I mean, that was like, hey, it's a trans person, but now you're like, yeah, who gives a shit?
Yeah, but back then, I mean, like living in
You're like, that man must be broke. He can't afford boobies.
You just drew those on? Interesting choice. The times are a-changing, said Bob Dylan. But I digress. Sam.
He would make more money after the Crying Game with Interview with a Vampire,
Also
which I did not like because it's foo-foo vampire it's Lestat bullshit.
It.
That thing is one of the first mega, it cost 15 or 20 million and it returned 170 or something like that. It was an explosion of cash.
I liked it.
And then he brings Neeson's back with Michael Clayton, which has made some money, but is just very highly regarded as a good film.
It just seems like he got. I mean, it's not his fault. He's clearly a talented filmmaker. He just got put in the wrong thing. That's the problem here. Is well, you're a catch-all, kind of. Let's do comedy, and he's like, dude, seriously, that's not what I do. I don't know what I do yet. But it's not this.
Yeah, those two tanked so hard they almost couldn't get money for the Crying Game. And it's actually odd that the producer of this film has produced most of his films subsequently. The people that were really pissed off about, they claim that this is not the same movie they delivered. Okay. That they delivered an entirely different movie, and then the studio completely re-edited and added some things, and it's not even the same movie that they made.
Shit.
The editing is shit, and there's no continuity, and there's just, it's garbage. It's also really stupid. I don't know, even if the movie is still sealed in a vault somewhere, and when some stubborn asshole dies and it sees the light of day again, and we can see High Spirits as it was originally intended, will it be good? Question mark. Because can it be good?
I
Question
think it can,
mark.
and I'm going to talk about that at the end of this. I think it can.
Okay.
And I think it should have been.
This is, you look at all the people in here, and this is not a career killer for anybody except the guy who's killing his career with every decision he makes after Police Academy 4 to leave the Police Academy series, which is the Goots.
He didn't need help.
He's going to follow this up with the Boyfriend Academy, which is, I think, the one that puts the nail in the coffin. That's when people are like, we thought this guy was funny? What happened to Carrie Mahoney? This is the same guy that's Carrie Mahoney? Because I'm not seeing it. Carrie Mahoney's a straight man in those movies, though, too. And so when he tries to actually ham it up, he doesn't do a great job.
No.
I never liked that guy.
Goots? No, he's pretty. He can be in post 80s world. He can be a bit abrasive.
So that's what happens is you get, after this, he's going downhill, and he gets Cocoon 2, which didn't do good, 3 Men and a Little Lady, which may have done okay, and then the Boyfriend Academy, and then all of a sudden he's in Olsen Twin movies. In Australia, probably. I believe where they shot those. I thought that the Olsen twins shot a pretty decent amount of their early middle, when they were just churning out the movies, that those were made in Australia, as far as I know.
Crikey, there's 2 of them. And the internet says, how long until they turn 18? Remember that? The Australians are like, ew, that's gross. Now I'm going to go punch a snake.
And then they both turned 18 and married 50-year-old investment bankers.
I will say that the main love interest guy, Groot, what's his name?
Steve Guttenberg.
Steve Guttenberg. See, that's how much I don't like him. I won't even remember his name. His name is Jack in the movie, so I'll just call him that. Okay. He just he's not leading man material. I'm sorry, but he's not a love interest. He's not leading man material. It's just, he was just a weird, awkward cast for this.
No, he really isn't, Jackie. You have to travel back in time and go back to this point, and Steve Guttenberg is putting butts in seats. He is, the peoples love him. You don't, but the masses generally love Steve Guttenberg. He was a phenomenon. Yet, I will agree, he's about as charismatic as Michael, what's his face from Xanadu? Michael Dorn? No, not Michael Dorn.
I can never remember that guy's name.
And from Megaforce. They're about the same guy. Yes, they were both in roller skating movies, and maybe that's what my brain is telling me to say because of roller skating movies.
Sure.
But I'm with you. But you don't remember what Steve Guttenberg mania looked like.
I was in on Steve Guttenberg, but at the same time, I don't know that I may have just been in on a Police Academy. Sure. Because the first Police Academy was like early in my life getting to see boobs, but then we couldn't have that one for recording purposes because the subsequent Police Academy films were all PG. Yeah. And so we had Police Academy 2 through like Bobcat. 5 on VHS.
You got Bobcat in the second one.
Bobcat Goldthwait he's a treasure. He's a national treasure.
Books. She was great. Michael Winslow.
Yeah. Bubba, what's the football player's in that too?
Bubba, too tall. His character was too tall. Hightower. Jesus, damn it.
Yeah, his name is Hightower. I can't remember what his real name is.
I thought, gentlemen, for a second there, that there was a spooky ghost in my room.
Oh, okay. Did it want to have sex with you? Or did it want to tup you? Did it want to tup you?
No, that is gross. And this is why, because I heard this woo, woo, and I take off my headphones, and it's our kids singing to the Mario Brothers movie downstairs.
Nice. Yeah.
But not singing any of the words, just ooh. So he sounded like a spooky ghost. So I took off my headphone, and I was like, what the hell is that?
It's the ghost of Steve Guttenberg coming to haunt you for dissing him. Wait, he's not dead. He's just in your room being like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
He's got nothing else to do.
The last time I had a ghost come in the bedroom, I was like, oh my God, a ghost is going to come have sex with me. And he was like, you're not Barbara Hershey. And he just left.
That sucks, man. That sucks. So
sucks. Oh, man.
Speaking of ghosts having sex with people, Daryl Hannah, you want to say Steve Guttenberg is the only one who could died out after this, but I can't think of a fucking movie that Daryl Hannah's in post-1988.
Daryl Hannah does fine until the mid-90s.
Name one.
She's in the Axe Murder movie.
She was in a Woody Allen movie, like right after this. She was in Wall Street right before this.
Woody Allen movies don't count.
She had to have done
I don't think so, man. Splash and
Blade Runner. Hold on. Splash was huge. Clan of the Cave Bear was huge.
Before this.
She was... Daryl Hannah wasn't like a big thing.
No, not...
Even Steel Magnolias is after this, right?
You got me on the Steel Magnolias, you son of a bitch.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but she's a character... She's like a supporting actress. She's not like Splash and Clan of the K-Bear are kind of unique for her roles. She is not generally a lead actress.
Not generally.
I want to know why they felt the need.
Her career was fine.
I want to know why they felt the need to put dirt on her and make her look like she just was filthy the entire movie. Instead of like a ghost, she just looked like she was Pigpen from Charlie Brown.
Well, okay, so let's explore that, Jackie. My understanding of movie ghosts is you wear the clothes you died in, so maybe it was not shower day. Like, you know, this is 1800s Ireland that she died in. She's probably covered in dirt because she's been trying to find those fucking elusive potatoes.
It's actually like 1700s, late 1700s. She's just dirty.
Just gonna walk right past the potato famine joke. Just gonna walk right past it, huh?
Oh, please, sir, can I have another?
I mean, dude, I like put that on the little T-ball stand and everything, And you guys just are like, no, I'm not hitting that home run.
I never hit the one. I don't like that joke.
It's because you're part Irish.
I gotta say though that it seems like every time we have anything Irish, like anytime we ever have anything Irish on the show, we always bring up the potato famine.
Have to. What else are you going to make fun of them for? Being extremely hard workers and building this country. 50% of it, the other 50% of it was also forced labor not their ethnicity. What are you going to make fun of the Irish for? Drinking too much? We're Americans. Have you seen how much we drink? It's not even, it pales, but we're also like dying of alcoholism because we drink too much. You can't make fun of somebody for doing the same damaging thing that you do, but better.
Yeah, but better. That's the thing. You can't make fun of them for drinking too much because we're drinking wuss piss beer over here. They live
in paradise. It is a beautiful land with no snakes, and they're giving it away. They're like, come over here, Americans. We love you so fucking much. You get to live here for free. How do you make fun of them? Except for that one thing that happened in history where they all got really hungry.
A lot of them died.
Yeah.
It was really tragic, but
wait, they're giving away shit in Ireland? Why aren't we living over there?
Look it up online. Have beets. Try beets, guys. Why? I mean, that's the thing. It's like, oh, all these people died. Yeah, but there's other food other than potatoes. Sheep?
Well, they were reliant on it, and it was a single parasite that killed an entire strain of potatoes. That's why
the snakes.
Now on a lot of potato farms,
you chase off the snakes?
They grow multiple
Eat the
types.
Snake is good.
There's no
snakes.
I know,
they chased them off.
They can't eat
that
the
was
snakes.
Their fault. They chased them off. Like, here's our, but goodbye, food supply as they wrapped.
There was never any fucking snakes. Let's be realistic and scientific about this. The snakes didn't run away. They don't have legs.
No,
there just wasn't any snakes.
They chased them out.
That is blasphemy.
Yeah,
blasphemy,
Saint
Sam. Saint Patrick was a saint who chased off all the snakes with his little snake staff.
Yeah, and put them on a zodiac, and they rafted over to, I'm assuming, Germany or someplace. I don't know.
He'd actually just pounded it into the ground and said, "You shall not slither."
Okay.
I do have one thing left. The Goots reportedly in an interview claimed that Disney has in fact greenlit a sequel for Three Men and a Little Lady,
of course,
called Three Men and a Bride. There's no way this is going to fucking happen. This is just Gutenberg being overly optimistic about his career revival. Okay, here's what he said. He said Three Men and a Bride is what it's going to be called. I did the math optimistically. If it was released next year, she's getting married for the first time at 37. I think you should call it Three Men and a Late Bloomer.
3 Men and Grandchildren or something. Like, that doesn't check. Guys, come on, man.
Maybe it was like from years ago that he said that, and they're like, no, we're not going to make that movie. Nobody. And he was like, yeah, Danson and Selleck, they're in. It's going to be great. Also, and he like went on to say he knows that if they were to revive the Cocoon and Police Academy series, there'd be huge successes. Like, oh, get off of it, Goots.
Nice
Just do your next thing. He's doing like oddball neighbor bits in movies here and there now, and I think you just do that. You'll be fine.
Give us one of those Christmas movies that that is going to end up on Stinker Madness, because guess what? We're running out of Christmas movies. So fill that role.
I think he's done 4.
Fill that role, Steve Gutenberg. You and Cynthia Rothrock do a romantic Christmas movie. That's what I want. But this other talk, no.
Only if she beats him to death.
She doesn't beat people up anymore, Jackie. She's too old.
She could still...
And she seems really nice.
Really nice.
I know, but... I just want to see her beat up a man again.
You can do that
I like it.
a lot of times by checking out Cynthia Rothrock's filmography, which we have barely even scratched the surface of, Jackie. Much beating up of men's. Balls are decimated for an entire 15-year period in her Hong Kong work catalog.
She's got like 10 movies with Richard Norton.
Where she just pummels balls. Just...
And that's like just a small piece of her filmography, and she's got like 10 of them.
Yeah, she punches a guy so hard one time that his balls go supernova. They actually shrink down into a black hole, sucking all life into them.
Shout Factory, specifically their Scream Factory division, somehow thought, because I'm usually the stuff they put out, I'm like, yeah, there's a reason to put that out. They 2-packed this with Vampire's Kiss, and I'm like, really?
They 2-packed this on disc
with Vampire's Kiss.
That is an odd team up.
Scratch. That's a head scratch. I don't think that one's flying off the shelf.
Neil Jordan probably liked Vampire's Kiss because it's not a whoa screwball comedy. It's a fucking dark comedy.
I think you could have given Neil Jordan Vampire's Kiss and it might have been better.
I don't know, man. I still like that movie. I don't know why you hate it so much, but yeah, that's an odd 2-piece set. No, I'm out. I just want Vampire's Kiss, which took us a long time to get our hands on as well. It's a rare film at this point. Anything else?
Not anymore. You can get it in a 2-pack with this.
I don't want this. I'm out. Can I cut the disc in half and keep the other one? Because I don't want this. I don't want my child ever seeing this movie. It'll make him stupid.
You could get the 2-pack. You could buy another copy of Frampton Comes Alive. And then you could throw the Frampton Comes Alive and this out of your car window. And just keep Vampire's Kiss.
Checks out. Done. Here I come, Walmart. All right. Jackie, this is your pick. What made you want to do it?
Ever since I was a kid, I've seen this. The movie poster for this, and I always wanted to watch it. And then I was looking through movies, and I saw this one, and I was like, "Oh, dude, if this has got a qualifying score, we're going to do this one because I've always wanted to see it." Based solely on the cover, didn't bother to read the description.
Sure,
nothing. I just wanted to see it when I was a kid, and it was there, and so I'm like, "We're doing it."
Okay. We should mention it's got a 5.7 user rating on IMDb, so this is actually a decent score for what it is. Sam, had you ever heard of this movie before? Okay.
Yeah, I've been looking at it, and I was never going to pull the trigger on it, but I kind of feel like I kind of knew Jackie would eventually pull the trigger on it, but I already had this on my radar. One of the strange things about it being on my radar is I read the user reviews, and there's a lot of people that think this movie is hilarious.
Okay. All right.
And I was like, what? In fact, I was... Like, if the second half wouldn't have been so dumb, I would have been bashing my head against my desk.
I agreed. Very much agreed. The second half is so dumb that it actually kind of made it palatable, but
it was something to see at least.
Yeah. I'd never even heard of it, so I went in fresh. This wasn't in my wheelhouse, probably because I grew up in a cult and I wasn't allowed to have anything to do with spooky ghosts. So maybe my mom censored. She tipper-gored me,
Yeah. They didn't have this at the Merc. That's the answer.
Yeah, but I still had access to television, Sam. I was able to see commercials for movies.
Did you, rich kid with Prime Star? Is that what you're talking about here?
Prime. Yeah, and that's a callback. Only 4 people are old enough to remember. The rest of us are all dead. The few World War II veterans that are alive, and then the 4 people who had Prime Star. It's a shrinking group of people.
I didn't. What is that?
It was a sad.
DirecTV used to be called Prime Star.
Oh.
Yep, but we actually had the non-Prime Star. We had I could talk about that. We had a big satellite dish. That's not Prime Star.
Yeah, we had the big satellite too. We just didn't have any subscriptions.
You didn't need it. That was
Canadian
the thing
TV.
about the big satellite. You didn't need a subscription. It was before subscriptions even existed. You were pirating television. It was the anti-cable cable.
I think maybe your parents sugarcoated that one. You had to have scramble codes.
Look it up. Yeah, before.
I remember putting in the scramble codes at my grandma's house.
They started scrambling channels where you got all of them. I am telling you, check it out.
Yeah, but that was
very brief
when we were 6.
I had one, and I got to see Playboy when I was 6 years old, and then my mom came around the corner, and I had to turn it off real quick, and I could never find Playboy again. It was the saddest day of my life because I saw a lady juggling her tits when I was 6, and I was like, "This is it! Oh shit! Here comes mom."
Yeah. Whereas I got to see all of Sharky's Machine when I was 6, so I did better.
Yeah, no, she was a Playboy model. Pretty good. Pretty good.
There was a whole barn full of Playboys, too. Sharky's Machine, Playboy Barn.
Oh, you win. You win the 6-year-old dick off.
I had the dirtiest childhood
ever. Oh, God,
ever.
You're such a fucking amazing... We should build a statue to Sam's fucking 6-year-old boner fest.
To the reason why I'm so fucked up.
Jesus Christ. Talk about a dick off. Jackie, let's get into this. High spirits. So, where we're at is Ireland. even though Peter O'Toole is Irish. Is he Irish? Or is he... I don't know where O'Toole...
They're supposed to be Irish, but he's definitely English.
Yeah, because I thought that...
You can't slap the English off that guy.
No, I thought the stereotype, and maybe Clausy will correct us if I'm wrong about this, but if you're O, you're...
Then you're Irish.
If you're O, you're English. If you're Mick, you're Irish, and if you're Mac, you're Scottish. Maybe that's not accurate.
I thought it was Mac
O'Shea is an Irish name, so O is... I think he's Irish. He might be Irish. Anyways, he owns his family's castle. It has been handed down to him over generations and generations that he, in this modern time, has to turn into a hotel to pay the bills. He's got a mortgage on it, which I'm not really sure how that works, but I'm not going to question it for plot's sake. And so he's got to have a continual rotation of hotel guests, but the castle is not of interest to anyone, because one thing I know about Americans is we hate going to England or the United Kingdom and staying in their castles. No American likes that at all. It's not big business where they charge you $500 a goddamn night to stay in a castle so that you can say you stayed in a castle. That is not an actual thing.
And freeze your ass off.
No, it is huge business for Americans to stay in castles with or without spooky ghosts.
They're just all drinking too much and not keeping it clean, so it's just unpopular.
I don't think that even matters, man.
I think that the town is using this as its own private pub.
Yeah, probably.
Seems like everybody that lives in the town is working in this place or hanging around drinking at the pub.
He even says that everybody in town works there, and if they lose this place, the entire town, nobody's going to have a job.
They also never really discuss the level of credit that he's taken out, what the bills are, who the guy... Beverly D'Angelo's dad is, and how he was able to leverage some castle so that he can move it to Malibu, which you can't fucking do.
Yeah, right. What are you going to do? Put it on a 18-wheeler with a wide load truck sticker on the back?
Yes.
This is stupid.
I also want to know why nobody in this castle has a brogue at all.
A brogue.
Like one of those Irish accents.
Brogue is not a word.
Rawr.
They all sound pretty Irish.
Sound pretty...
brogue.
Yeah, brogue, Jackie. Not brogue.
Like, it's like bro.
The one guy's like, oh, me shaggin' van or whatever all the time.
Yeah, but he sounds English.
Peter O'Toole.
They all sound English.
No. The
Peter
townies.
O'Toole, you can't slap, and he's from Leeds. I just looked it up. So you can't slap the
Maybe
English
he's
off of that
Irish
guy.
descent for the name, but he is very, very much a British man. Okay, what else?
When's the last time, you know what you get to be up on soon? Mm-hmm. Speaking of Peter O'Toole, this is completely sidetracked. Mm-hmm. I feel like 12 is the perfect age for Lawrence of Arabia, so you're a couple years out on that.
It's a really long movie. My son might not like it, but
it's not really long. It's actually 3 fucking movies in one. It's 4 hours and 4.5 hours long because it's like 3 90-minute movies.
Yeah, it's a lot of...
You can watch it just to one intermission and then watch it to the next intermission and do it like that. Nice. I think it's a fine day.
It is a very fine day. Okay, anyways. So that's their scenario. He's on the phone with the American mortgage banker. He's like, you better send me a check or I'm going to foreclose on your castle that's been in your family for 700 years or whatever. And Peter O'Toole's like, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this, but I can't, and I can't live without this castle, so I'm just gonna hang myself until his mom comes in, and she's like, "You can't hang yourself. The ghosts will be all mad." And he's like, "Ghosts? Yeah. What?"
I feel like this is a thing that happens every day. That his mom intervenes with his drama queen hanging of himself, or one of the girls, and he's like, oh, I think a lot of times it's not his mom, it's one of the maids there, and he just uses it as an excuse to grab one of their butts.
That they're on the rope, and they're like, it's time to die, And he's like, no, don't do that. Let me help you down, and helps them down by their butts. Is that what you're implying?
He's like, oh, I just grab, and then she's like, just grab my butt. You don't have to do this whole thing.
Consensual.
Every time.
Consensual. Just get the grab on my butt, and I'll get up off the rope. This is a very strange scenario you've laid out, Sam, that I don't know has ever happened in history.
I don't think so. It's just here. I mean, there's as much nonsense elsewhere in the castle. Why not?
Well, I cannot allow you to die. You have too much to live for. Now, let me just get a real good grip on that ass, and you can come down. And she says, that sounds nice. I would like to go for that.
Okay, yeah. Then the driver finds out that he's been pulling that trick to the butt grab, and he's like, well, you can grab the butts? What? He's like, probably not you, because you don't own the castle, but, you know.
Usually,
it's a real Trumpy thing.
It's the other way around. The butt grabbing and sexual harassment leads to the employee getting on the rope rather than being saved by the ass grabbing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very Dutch door action, or no, I don't know. It's a wacky scenario. Anyways, so he's got 3 weeks to get this money in, or he's going to lose the castle. He hears this ghost thing, and he hatches a plan. And it all takes place very quickly on how this is all set up. But his plan is to get Americans excited about staying in the most haunted place in Ireland, except for his problem is he doesn't have any ghosts because he thinks his mom is nuts or something. I don't know. So he's got to make ghosts. And I don't mean go kill people who then become ghosts. I mean make fake ghosts that go woo 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 at Americans.
It's almost like they live there and they used to be a traveling theater company.
Kind of. Yeah.
Because they've got all of the equipment. They've even got a stage with a nautical themed play in the bar.
They are troopish.
I don't really know why they're not doing well. I would
totally stay there. When the Americans show up later and there's like a dinner, and yes, it's all whiting, but you go to England or the UK and you're going to eat just white fish anyways. That's what you eat when you're there. It's their only good food. Sorry, UKers. And they serve that up to you. There's like 50 varieties of it. They even have bisque, whiting bisque. That sounds nice to me. Yeah. And then you get a stage play where there's a lady who sings sad Irish songs, and then you're told good night by your host. That sounds like an amazing hotel experience.
And they get you drunk.
Yes, that too.
Like, this sounds awesome with or without ghosts. No, without ghosts. I don't need any of that.
I'll stay there. It sounds cool.
I also like the spooky decor where, they didn't bother to clean anything and it's got like the cobwebs and shit. It kind of just adds to the ambiance,
Yeah, that's like they spray white silly string all over the place to fake cobwebs. But yeah, look, I mean, I'm there with or without the pretend ghosts. I'm probably going to enjoy the pretend ghosts more, because I'm going to go in knowing that they're pretend ghosts. And it'd be like, these people are putting their lives on the line. These are great stunts. What are you guys doing in a hotel? You should be taking this shit on the road and like.
You don't need to take it on the road. You got a castle. Just do it on Friday and Saturday nights.
Yeah.
Do like a pig roast or something.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's like $1,000 a night gig right there.
Yeah, it is. Dude, people go to that stupid sword thing. What's that dinner with the fucking jousting?
Medieval times in Vegas.
It's super expensive. Super expensive.
Super fucking expensive.
Cash
like
cow.
when you... Yeah.
Yeah, like when I went to Dollywood, or not Dollywood, but I went to the Dolly Parton rodeo thing and I took my parents and it was the same kind of thing, right? You sit down and they feed you this meal. And it was expensive. It was like $65 a person or more. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't even remember how much I paid for it, but I know that it was over $65 and I was like, oh my God.
I think medieval times, Jackie, is like $150 per person. It's really fucking expensive.
I think it's more like $200.
Yeah, it's really fucking expensive.
Everything in Vegas is $200 for a stage show. They don't do stage shows under $200 there.
Worse, dude. Super Bowl's there this year. Yeah. Stop it. Stop it with the Las Vegas. You're bankrupting the entire country because nobody else has any things that happen in their town. It all goes to fucking Las Vegas. I'm sick of it.
So let's just say, for the sake of argument, they have the castle. You get your own room for a night. There's meals and drinks provided. There's going to be a crazy drunken stage show with audience participation, probably a busty lady singing, and just like complete
Gaelic.
old person, middle-aged person, like chaos, pandemonium, and awesomeness. This is worth $1,000. I would pay $1,000 to do that one night.
It's too bad you don't have $1,000
per head,
but it's a nice thought.
But do you think that's worth it, or are you talking 500?
I think 500. You got to remember Ireland's a little bit cheaper to stay at. So yeah, but either way, no, this is a fucking booming business. It's unrealistic. Anyways,
now if this was an all you could drink,
that's what it is, Jack.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All you can drink.
Did you see anybody getting charged?
Yeah,
it's not all you can drink. It's
Jack gave them money and he says, "I'll come back and get my change later."
I don't remember that
at the bar,
and they're like, "What are you doing, Jack? Ass?" Because later, Peter O'Toole gives him more than he can drink. It's not all you can drink. It's more than you can drink.
Here's my father's brew.
He has to run away from Peter O'Toole because Peter O'Toole is getting him too drunk.
All right, so speaking of Goots and the American crowd, let's go through who we got here. We've got Steve Guttenberg and Beverly D'Angelo. They're married. They clearly are having some marital issues, as witnessed on the plane ride over, where it seems like he's very randy and she is very not.
It seems like he's really fucking stupid and she's a giant bitch.
That too.
Like, my first question after they've had the second interaction in their married relationship that I've seen is, why did she marry him? If she's like the daughter of a property baron, and what the fuck does he do?
What the fuck does
I don't know, but the old lady on the plane won't even take his champagne.
That's right.
She's like, no, fuck off.
Yeah, get out of here.
He's, oh God.
Go get on your roller skates and tiny shorts and skate out of this picture, Steve. Yeah. Who else we got? We got the attorney from Jurassic Park who gets bit in half, and his family.
You know who his wife is?
No, she did look familiar.
Please tell me you recognize her.
Familiar.
Catherine Booth.
Catherine Booth from
the blonde in all the Monty Python shit, because she was married to John Cleese during that time.
It's a fair court. That her? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then their kids. He is a parapsychologist, which means he's I don't know if it's a secret that he's there to hunt spooky ghosts or call bullshit on the spooky ghost experience, but that's what he's doing. Who else we got? Oh, we got the guy from Train, who is a priest, Father Tony. They call him Father Tony, Brother Tony. You don't call,
because he's not a father yet. He hasn't passed his priesthood or papacy or whatever the fuck they call it.
I thought you didn't get the collar until you were a father.
No, you get to wear the collar
first. You just
first.
get the collar. Like, you can say, "Can I have a collar?" Well, sure, brother. Here's your collar.
You train in the collar, I guess. I watched that one with Father Stu, and he was dressed like that before he got to be a father.
And he was a brother.
I'm gonna base everything I know about Catholicism that I used to be a member of until I was 12 upon the movie Father Stu, which really wasn't all that great.
And then Jennifer Tilly, who is just some Jennifer Tilly character. She doesn't have anything other than she wants to bang Brother Tony. That's it.
Why is she here?
She's really awesome.
Because
she's really awesome.
Because Sam, her ex-boyfriend, who was a devil worshiper, really wanted to come and check out the dead ghosts, and then he ended up running away to some other place with Gary, and who knew that he was gay?
Chucky's gay? What?
And so that's why she is there alone.
So she ended up getting conned into paying for it, and she's like, well, I already bought this, so I may as well just go.
Yep.
Why the fuck is he there?
The priest?
Yeah.
He's on vacation right before he takes his vows. He gets to go treat himself.
This is what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. It's like they just drew names out of a hat, like, okay, who's here at the Spooky Ghost Castle? Oh, there's a almost father and a lady with great legs and cans and that voice. She's here, and that's her thing. She's got great legs, cans, and voice. Yeah, it's really stupid. Anybody else? I think that covers everybody, right?
That's everybody, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so they all arrive they're on this bus to go into the castle, and Peter O'Toole says action, and the fake ghosts start doing their thing. They're flying around on ropes, and one of them, I can't even remember, and I don't really care.
I wrote
stunt
these down.
goes awry, and she lands on top of the bus.
Yeah.
Ah!
She's the flying Benatar ghost.
She's a banshee.
Love is a banshee field.
Later, there will be a spinning bed ghost and a peeping night ghost.
Well, there's a real peeping night ghost. It's a little handy, but we'll get at that. So she falls onto the roof. Panic ensues. Everybody's freaking out. The bus driver's like, ah! She's like, ah! Steve Gutenberg's like, ah! I can't tell what's going on because he's getting pulled up while he's pulling her down. I have no fucking idea what's happening.
This is one of the essential failures of what they tried to do with... Maybe it's not his fault, but he's trying to do the slapstick with this lady screaming at him, and he's just not pulling it off. Go back and watch the Police Academy movies. He's the straight man.
Exactly.
He doesn't know how to do any of this shit.
So the bus is coming up to the castle. Everybody's going nuts. The bus driver dodges Peter O'Toole, and it crashes into the lake and submerges. Everybody dies because that's what happens when you crash a school bus into a fucking lake. There's no getting out. So they became ghosts, and this whole place fucking actually just really takes off.
Yeah.
The end. Happy story.
Unless Superman pulls the bus out.
Oh, Superman.
As a child.
Reverse planet thing. Damn it. Oh, you mean just picks it up like he did as a baby. Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's down there. He's Jason Kal-El. He's a Superboy at the bottom of the lake. It's an interesting Jason versus Superman. Do you think it would have worked?
It wouldn't have lasted
Who would win?
long.
Jason versus Superman.
He can incinerate him with his laser vision.
Yeah, but Jason's already incinerated. And, like, he crashed into
I
an
don't
entire
understand
planet.
this.
Freddy ain't got shit on Superman.
Freddy Krueger's in dreams.
Yeah, he's not even real.
Yeah, but he's the one that they incinerated down in the basement of that house.
No, Jason got all burned up like a weenie as well.
On a boat.
He's a crispy too, dude. Like, I think Jason takes him. He had an entire planet crashed into him. They had to kick Superman off of a planet because the planet was going to explode. Probably because Jason was headed straight for it. You know? Krypton was blown up by Jason X. That's my theory. Okay. Yeah, so they all die. But later, they're having dinner. The whiting thing I already said. The guests say...
So I got a question about that. What is whiting? What are they talking about?
It's like...
It's just whitefish.
It's like all the other whitefish. Cod, haddock.
They're smaller.
Yeah, they are, but it's all shitty bony whitefish.
I got some whiting from the Asia market down on the boulevard here. It actually is a little bit better than swai or any of that stuff. It's got kind of a milder sweet taste. It's actually I'm kind of in on whiting.
We had a bunch of whiting in England, Jackie. It's if they don't have haddock, they don't have cod. They have whiting. It's just a whitefish. All right. So the guests say there's no ghost. Oh, the parapsychologist says those weren't real ghosts. I'm not buying it. This is all bullshit, and they're still going with it. Like the fake ghosts are still trying. Like there's still plans in place. Mahoney, he looks up from dinner and he sees this painting on the wall, and he's like, "What's that painting?" And Peter O'Toole says, "Well, that's my great grand cousin 6 times removed who was murdered." The lightning crashes and. It's very dramatic because it's Peter O'Toole. She was stabbed by her husband on their wedding night to death.
And this doesn't raise any of the paranormal expert guys.
He's probably swatting his kids away. Get off me, you little fucking.
His kids are shitheads.
He's distracted.
Yeah. I kind of wanted them to die some point.
Ooh, that's too much.
Children, Jesus Christ.
Children.
God damn it.
They're TV children. It's not like they're really going to die.
She's got a point. Like, just the letters.
Like maybe
on the
they didn't
script.
get off of the. Yeah, I mean, maybe they just couldn't
erased.
get out of the bus.
Yeah.
I think the
Love.
best. I'm imagining my favorite punishment for these children, and it's just a random horse shits directly in their faces.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh my God, we're so shithead that we stood in a place where a horse can shit on us and we didn't know. And they maybe learn a life lesson from it.
And become volunteers for like the American Red Cross or something. Really change things around. Getting shit on by a horse. All right, so Peter O'Toole's like, "Go get out of here. Good night." We already talked about what happens before this. There's ghosts, by the way. Sleep well if you can.
Yep.
So the fake ghosts, they go into action, but nobody really cares at first or buys it. Like nobody even sees them. Like the lady, the mom parapsychologist, she's throwing her underwear at a fake ghost, and he's like, I'm in a suit of armor without a head. I'm supposed to be scary, not covered in lady bras. But I did see that mom's tits. So
It's a lady in there.
Oh, that's right. It's grandma.
But then she gets to see the guy's dong. I mean, it works either way, right? There's a paper in there.
Yeah. All right, and then and the Headless Knight is on roller skates. Was that supposed to be like, he's gliding across the floor or something?
Yeah.
He's still clanking all around, or she's. Oh,
Can't see and roller skate. I mean, this is a great theater trip.
yeah, no shit.
Stunts.
My favorite part of the fake ghost was definitely the Banshee lady, where she was like, "Look at me, fucker!" She's flying by the window, throwing trash at it.
Because Brother Tony is too busy reading his Bible to pay attention to banshees.
He's sitting in the corner of the windowsill, as far away from the light as he can be, and then pointing the book away from the light so that he can not be able to read it at all.
Then the bed spinning happens to Jennifer Tilly. She starts screaming. Brother Brown comes in, dives on the bed, and she's like, perform an exorcism or something. But then they end up floating up in the air, and they're having a heck of a time. Let's see here. Oh, the Headless Knight gets in a fight with the paranormal dad with swords, and then the dad just chucks the sword out of it. Like, I've had enough of this. Chucks the sword out of the window, landing in one of the people of the castle staff's stomach. They're dead. Like, that was careless. You don't just chuck a sword out of a window, bro.
Don't chuck
Yeah,
swords.
man. Criminy.
Also, if there is a possibility of danger, you're gonna want that sword.
No, it doesn't hit a person. It hits the ropes that the banshees are hung up by. Calamity ensues. Everybody falls all over the place. What happens to the bed where it starts going downstairs?
So the guy that's spinning the bed is getting a little too amorous, and he's really just crying like, "I gotta get him," because the Father Long Dong comes in and he's like, I'll save you, and he jumps on the bed, and then they just keep spinning more and more and more, and then the guy's like, I'm gonna get him now, and he's just cranking it up, and it breaks, and it falls through the floor.
It goes down like 3 stories. I think they died.
No, it doesn't just go down 3 stories, then it starts surfing through the castle.
I think they died. I don't think they made it.
It's not going through the fucking
It goes
floor.
through 3 floors. Like, now there's a giant bed-shaped hole throughout the entire castle.
Yeah.
Good job. All right, so...
and you cannot forget about the mummy.
Oh, yeah.
The mirror mummy.
Yeah, mirror...
He was pretty lame. That had a knife, and he looked like he was going to stab.
Would that be camera obscura mummy? Just smoke and mirrors.
Something like that. Like, if you could actually pull this off, this would be a real cool trick. Like, that's what I'm saying. These guys, if they're pulling this shit off, I would have loved to see some of their shows.
This is fucking, it's pretty good stuff.
Most towns have a Shakespeare theater that can't pull off half of this shit.
You should be able to mill see them and be like, Jesus, I know nothing about this.
Yeah. It's like, you people need some jobs because I got them.
Okay, so they're all exposed. They all get caught. Everybody's like, this place is bullshit. We're getting out of here. I want to leave. Your castle's going away. And then it's revealed that Sharon is a spy for the mortgage guy. She was there to sabotage this whole thing, maybe, but at least spy and get back to her dad to say, yeah, that place is not great because he always wanted it. I don't know what the fuck she's going to do. Daddy, get the castle. I don't know what she's playing.
Also, Gutenberg's like, oh, our second honeymoon was a ruse for you to check out a property for your dad. And you're like, how are you two married? How?
It makes him so sad. He's so sad that he gets drunk with Peter O'Toole, gives him his father's brew bottle, and then he ends up in the wrong room, and that's when a ghost actually runs in. A real ghost. Through the wall.
One of the ghosts is a ghost that has a particular set of talents.
Stabbing his wife, because that's what happens.
Stabbing his wife,
stabs
mostly.
her right in front of Jack, and he's like, oh my God. But then it loops. It happens again. And this time he's like, oh, I'm not going to let that happen, because he thinks it's not real. He thinks it's part of the act. He's like, wait, that stabbing looked pretty goddamn good. I think you killed that actress. But then it loops, and he's like, oh, you're not going to kill that actress this time. He doesn't realize it's a ghost. He gets in the way, and he gets stabbed with a ghost knife. But he doesn't. But he thinks he does because he thinks it's a real knife because he thinks that they're actors. And then he's like, wait a minute, I'm not stabbed in the tummy. And she's like, wait a minute, I'm not stabbed in the tummy. She loves him.
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller, you are my hero.
At least like him, right? If I was her, because she's been doing this every night for like an hour for 200 fucking years.
It's not
even if he's like Clint Howard, she's like,
yeah, right.
Go ahead and hit this.
Yeah.
I owe you one.
200 years. I do not care. I love you. You gave me a momentary break from this.
Some implication that there's love involved, and that's what's broken this sort of cursed ghost existence, but it's not. It's sheer buffoonery is the key to unlocking her spirit. That's what he's so dumb that he accidentally did it. So that's the key to releasing a ghost from their turmoil is sheer buffoonery.
It's total stupidity. Yeah, he wasn't being noble like, I'll stop you, sir, because I love her. He just got in the way.
Kind of.
Yeah. All right, anyways. So she's like, wow, that was really cool, you bro. Thanks. And then she fades away, and he goes to his room because he's like still drunk, I guess. I don't know what the fuck his deal is. He goes in there and he's like, Sharon, I just fell in love with the ghost, sort of, maybe. I'm not real sure, but the movie kind of implies that I did. And she's snoring. She's been asleep for like 4 hours. She's got the little 80s face mask on, you know, the sexy blindfold thing.
It's not sexy.
But they have lace on them. Back in the that was the dumb thing. Those what are those called, Jackie?
Sleeping mask.
Sleeping mask. Back in the 80s, they had lace on them, Sam, implying that they were sexy. Because the 80s were fucking dumb.
They had Garfield on them, too, implying that they were funny. They weren't that either.
Okay, so he's like, oh, God, my wife is asleep, and I can't handle it. I got to end it all. What?
Yeah.
She's got Valium. I'm going to OD on Valium because she's snoring. I can't take one more night of this shit.
He just decides to OD for no reason at all.
There's no possible... He's in love, quote unquote, according to the movie. And his wife snores. That's his motivation for killing himself. That's it. That's as bad as it can get for Jack.
Well, no, Jack asks her as she's passed out because this makes total sense.
Right.
Did you ever love me? And then she goes,
that's it.
And he takes that as a no.
Can't handle
it. And he's like, I'm done. I'm just going to go kill myself.
That's the last straw. I'm going to burn this place down. And by this place, I mean myself. It's stupid. It is also like painfully insensitive.
How did he not kill himself already?
Well, they fucked up my orders at McDonald's. That's it.
Yep. I just right there, like the sandwich was no good. 10 Valiums all at once. Just chew them up.
I ordered a Whopper. Turns out I wasn't at Burger King because I'm a fucking idiot.
This is a rodeo chicken sandwich. Get me a 45.
I mean, fuck you. But, like, so then the spooky ghost is like, wait a minute.
She had switcheroo powers.
Through the mirror. She comes in through the mirror. We couldn't really totally figure out what she does because it looks like she unscrews the lids. And then he takes a bunch of pills. Well, you can't take a bunch of all of the, like, only Valium is the one that you can't take a bunch of pills of. These are prescription medications that she switcheroos on. He's still fucking dead.
Or all fucked
And also,
up.
what is this?
He took a bottle of migraine pills.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that he's dead.
Yeah.
What does a spooky ghost who died 200 years ago in Ireland know anything of prescription medication? Nothing.
Nothing.
If anything, guys, the child lock things on the top of the bottles would have just totally fucked with her. She would not have been able to get them open.
Like, befuddled. What are these, maracas? It doesn't. Fuck off. All right, so yeah, Peter's dad. He's a ghost. I don't care. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't care.
There's like a whole thing where they decide to start actually haunting the castle because no respectable ghost would live in California.
Right. And then Jack wakes up. He thinks he's dead. He tells Sharon that she sucks to her face, but she's ignoring him. And then she slaps him, and he's like, "Wait, I am real." And they're like, "Yeah, we're leaving. This place blows. Time to go." And so they're trying to leave, but Jack sees Mary crying in some arbitrary room. And he says that he can stop her nightly murder. Is that what he says? Oh, she wants him to stop her nightly murder
by being her true love.
Yeah, that's still going on. He's like,
and he's like, I'm going to paraphrase what he says really through the rest of the movie.
Yes, that is an accurate description.
Yep. And then the castle gets all windy, and he gets, like, blown away. He gets blown into a fucking tree, like, 6 miles away.
And struck by lightning a couple times.
And then they're all out in the car, ready to leave. The car starts getting chunks of it blown off, and then everybody's clothes fly off.
Yep. And you're like, ooh, Jennifer Tilly, hello.
Not enough, though.
You get to see her boobie.
Not enough.
I backed it up.
Okay.
I hadn't seen it before.
Really?
I was excited.
You absolutely you have. Her and Gina Gershon. The scene, man. Mulholland Falls.
I never watched that.
Yeah, come on. You didn't watch Mulholland.
I didn't watch Bound.
No. Your spank bank is... You are disqualified from having one, sir.
Showgirls will fill up the Gina Gershon spank bank on its own.
It's her and Jennifer Tilly. Dude, come on. That's like ground zero.
I didn't watch it because somebody told me they didn't get naked. I was like, fuck that noise.
Jesus Christ, man. It's hot stuff.
Sounds like hot stuff.
It's pretty hot stuff.
Guess I got a little date with myself later.
Yeah, she's great. I mean,
either way, this is like primetime Tilly. She's like her and Meg are stupid hot right now.
I love her. I just think that she's one of the coolest, most interesting people of all time. Just cast. It just leans into her casting. Like, but she leans into it. She's a fucking professional. She is not a stupid person. She is an incredibly smart
retired
person.
To be. Like, her retirement is kicking the shit out of people at poker.
She fucking rules, dude. All right, so, everybody's clothes are off. Sharon says, hey, father, nice penis. And he's like, oh. Hey, sister. This is a train joke. Drops of Jupiter? You want a little bit of Drops of Jupiter? They had another song called Boy Oi 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 Oi. Because Beverly D'Angelo is also hot. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah, Beverly D'Angelo is they're all hot. Even though she's past her prime, Catherine Booth is stupid hot.
Yeah, so Jack gets electrocuted out of a tree, and then he lands by a talking horse.
It's Liam Neeson's that's the horse voice, too.
Oh.
See, I think that there's some cutting room floor shit where Liam Neeson's is actually like, please, take my wife, please, kind of a thing, right?
Huh.
Which would be funny.
Huh.
That would be a funny joke.
They didn't put that in.
If they did take my wife,
Maybe
please,
it's copyrighted.
With a talking horse, I would have laughed at that.
Who is that?
I laughed pretty hard when he fell out of the tree right next to a horse dong.
Right, yeah, the horse's penis is full on, right? Just,
I did not laugh once in this movie. I almost laughed when Peter O'Toole fell down. That was it.
So all the phones are dead. They have to spend the night. Meanwhile, Jack is spending the night. It's night. Whatever. Jack is wandering around the fucking grounds during the middle of the day, so they can't tell day from night.
This is daytime still. The ghosts don't really care if it's day or night.
Yeah. No, they do. They do later. Anyways.
They go hog wild at night, but they're fucking around right now, and it's broad daylight.
So he follows the horse to Mary. She's praying to not marry the voice of the horse, implying...
Yeah, and he's like, take my wife, please. If they tell that joke, I laugh.
Okay. She again asks him, hey, be with me. And he says, I can't. I'm married. Sorry. And then goes Neeson.
And then Arnold goes, is that your wife? Yeah. What a bitch. He doesn't say that. He should say that to himself. He just does the whole routine. Is that your wife? Yes, that is my wife. I do not like her. She seems like a bitch. Yes, she is. Ah. Ah.
That's the movie I want to see. Just Schwarz talking to himself. What the crazy situation I've put myself in with my life choices.
5 kinds of whitings is better than the 4 seasons.
Okay, so Ghost Neeson, he appears in the shower with Beverly D'Angelo, and she's like, oh, hey, Jack, can you scrub my back? Because suddenly I want you to touch my body. And Ghost Neeson is like, fuck yeah.
I'm burning a question right here. So, young Neeson's flies out of that bathtub, Jackie.
That's the question?
Where are you at on the Goots versus young Liam Neeson?
Like most men, I like my men older. I think he was much more handsome. I would sleep with him versus Steve Goots.
But I mean, he's like 6'6". He's a physical specimen.
Yeah, but she doesn't like.
Yeah, he's huge.
She doesn't like good-looking guys. She likes slimy guys. Oh no. But
this guy's got the slimy.
Okay. Yeah,
this character does.
He's a little slimy. Okay. Let's move on because I'm getting uncomfortable. So he gives her a rub down, and then she realizes it's a spooky ghost. And outside, the kids are getting ghosted, like by the TV, and candles falling on them and trapping them to the ground, and flying bookshelves and all sorts of crap.
Yeah, and I have to point out that the beginning of this Neeson's bathtub scene with Beverly D'Angelo is where they take the situation of the wife and the assistant from Young Frankenstein and the marriage swap that happens in the Young Frankenstein that works so fucking well. And they try to do the same thing. They just execute it horribly.
Okay. A little early probably on that comment, but I'll allow it, I guess. It's not.
Well, they're trying, but you're like, okay, what's going on? Are they Young Frankensteining here? Because you shouldn't don't ever do anything that movie does, because you'll never do anywhere near as good as it did it.
So elsewhere, our brother Tony, he is staring out the window at a underweared Jennifer Tilly, and he's like, please, God, give me the strength to not take advantage of this situation because I know that she wants me very much and I'm struggling. And his pants catch on fire by the ghosts.
Well, no. These are Jawa nuns.
Show up.
They are the right height.
Catch his pants on fire.
Catch his pants on fire. She's doing aerobics in her lingerie.
Yes,
I like that.
Good thing I'm not a Catholic priest. Because I don't have to get haunted by nuns. Okay, anyways.
Well, let's say he's attracted to an adult woman. He just doesn't really have what it takes to be a Catholic priest. Hey-o!
And so I'm not allowed to do the potato Ireland joke, right? Was that my understanding? So we're clear on the rules?
Well, the Catholic Church is still doing that.
Sam gets... Okay. But they're my people. Yeah, they're my people too. We're all Irish.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they need to get some shade tossed at them because they're still doing it. And when they do it, they just have that parish declare bankruptcy so they don't have to pay the fucking money.
And in my defense, the Irish are hungry for potatoes because I'm still, to this day, they're still doing it because I'm part Irish and I would eat some potatoes right now. I love them. I'm hungry for potatoes.
I'm almost half Irish and I fucking love potatoes.
He'll eat them right now. See, my joke isn't... Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, anyways, I can't get canceled. It's just the truth. So his pants are on fire. They push him out the fucking window into the pool. Like, I don't know what your ghost motivation is here, Nunjawas, but...
Does he get pushed or does he just go...
Well,
my biscuits are burning.
They kind of crowd him
jumps
out the window while his pants are on fire. Because they do the same thing to Jennifer Tilly when she comes and checks on him. They kind of crowd her out the window too. Now they're both in the pool. That's when her boobie kind of comes out.
It comes out, and then he tries to cover it up, and then she tries to brush his hand off on purpose. Like, it was a very awkward scene the way it was shot. It was almost like she was like, "Stop it, Peter Gallagher. I'm trying to show them this titty." And he's like, "Your boobie, PG." It's nice.
Is it?
It was the highlight of the film for me.
I bet you was. The ghost detector guy, he's getting strangled through a fish head. There's a hand comes through a fish head, and strangles him, and then it lets him go and says, "No, bad boy." It's really stupid.
Yeah, this one I find to be I feel like he's got actual comedic moves
the
here.
Attorney from Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park. Okay. Yeah, that he could pull this off, but the editing is really making him not funny.
Maybe. Either way, Jack, he has a conversation with Peter's mom. Peter's mom, I think, tells him that she's married to a ghost. I'm not really sure because I just don't fucking care. But she eventually hands him a book because he's, how do I love a ghost? It's not a real person. Here's a book to answer all your questions. It's called the Book of High Spirits. And in the Book of High Spirits, it is revealed that if you... What's their...
So I think this is actually how this scene goes. She's like trying to tell him about this, and he's like, "Derp, da." And then she closes his mouth and says, "Breathe through your nose and read." And he gives it a shot.
What's the screw thing though? Toot? What was it?
Tut.
Tuppence.
Tup. Yeah, tuppin.
What the fuck? Is that a real Irish thing?
I don't know.
If you tut, you're screwing?
Tup. With a P.
Because there's shtup. Was it? It was tup.
There is.
It was tup. It wasn't tup. It was tup.
Tup.
Because I was thinking shtup. But shtup is clearly Yiddish. So I didn't get it. I wonder if that's an Irish word. Tup. We're going to go tup. No? Nobody has any thoughts?
It's tup. Either way, they're talking about...
Porky.
Something that happens in a different movie.
Or is it just old language, the oldie time
It
talk?
could be. It could be the oldie language. When they did Deadwood, they couldn't actually use the slang of the time because it sounded too silly. Yeah. So maybe it is because it just sounds silly.
What's the other thing he gets confused? Oh, she's Mary, the ghost, is describing her husband Marty and says that he's a squisher. She's squishy or squishes.
Yeah. Well, that was earlier,
right? But
when he was the horse that was giving his wife away, so he doesn't have to stab her anymore.
The best that Jackie and I could come together with is that he shits his pants a lot.
That's all I could figure.
Well, then right after this scene, though, he's in the shower with Sharon, and he farts.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that squishes was farting.
Well, no, yeah, if you fart, you can have a nice dry fart. But if you squish, I'm pretty sure you're sharding.
I was not alive 250 years ago, so I don't know.
Somebody who has a linguistics degree in Old Irish, let us know if squishing is farting or shitting your pants, and if tupping is currently used or not. Please, I would like to know.
I would like to know.
Minds. Okay, so Sharon finds Jack in the murder room, and she sees the murder transpire. She this whole time she hasn't believed that there's actually ghosts until now, and she's like, "Hey, there's the guy that fingered my butt in the shower. He's not as bad looking as I remember. How about that?" And Jack runs after Mary, saying, "Hey, I love you." Meanwhile, back in the room, Marty, the ghost, is getting all horny for Beverly D'Angelo, and she's kind of not playing too hard to get.
No, she's not. She's like, "I'm married to the Goots. You, sir, seem like a man of particular talents, and are also tall and handsome, as he is Steve Gutenberg."
Mary and Jack do something called scalping.
Yeah, scalping. I believe she goes into his body and massages his prostate.
It seemed magical.
With pixie dust.
Ghost
Glitter.
powers.
Yeah.
This seems like she just walks through him. And he's like, oh. And she's like, now I'm over here. That's called scalping. So has she done this before? And also scalping?
I don't
I don't
know.
know if it's the right.
She hasn't done anything except get stabbed for 200 years.
Right? How does she know how to do this shit?
I think there's during the day when she's like doing the thing where she pretends like she's gonna not get married again and pray. She like walks back, and then there's like a ghost lunch room and they talk a little bit, and then they have to go back to their normal ghost routines after that, but there's usually conversations, and so she's picked up a few pointers.
One of the older, more randier, like bowls in a key retirement ghost is like, hey, you're a young pretty gal. Back when I was a young pretty gal, I used to do this thing called scalping, where I'd walk through a person with pixie dust. You should try that sometime. You're a young gal. Take advantage of it while you're young.
Squeeze their prostate.
Someday you'll look back, you'll look in the mirror, and you'll be like, I got all gross and old, and you'll look at pictures of yourself and be like, oh, I should have done more prostate grabbing when I was young and pretty. Do it now.
But you're a ghost. You're not going to age at all. Excuse me, I have to go squeeze a prostate.
Let's go do this. Let's tag team that guy over there.
Go.
We'll both go into him at the same time. It's double scalping.
Some guy's just milking a goat and is like, whoa!
The goat's like, whoa!
Yeah.
I'll see.
It's all mixed up, and he's just like, I'm not going to say anything.
I don't know if you know or not, but you can't milk a goat. I mean, you can. But
why can't you milk a goat?
Because they're boys.
No.
They're called sheep. Ewes.
No.
Ewes. You milk ewes.
Yeah, but no, goats are both, they're just goats.
No.
It's called goat's milk.
Oh, yeah,
goat soap. Where does that come from? Do you think that's goat ejaculate?
Might have. No, you're right. I'm an idiot. I'm Steve Gutenberg. What are male sheep called?
I don't know.
Because there's ewes and then there's, I thought it was
rams.
Yeah,
rams.
God damn it. Okay, you can't milk a ram, Sam.
You can.
That's what I was. Yeah, okay. I'm an idiot, right? What's a male or what's a female goat called?
You're thinking you?
So there's
goats and sheep are like the different versions of the same species.
Okay, anyways, downstairs the walls come apart, and out come a bunch of corpses and say, hey, quit fucking around. I guess that's all they do. Hey, you're incompetent, Peter. You're running this place into the ground. You never loved me. You're right. Let's hug it out. Then that's the wall corpses thing is over.
Yeah, they were just being overly dramatic.
Right. It's Halloween now, and Marty reveals that during Halloween is the one night a year that all the ghosts become flesh. So they can bang. Hey, Sharon, we can fuck tonight. You ready to fuck a ghost who's gonna shit his pants while doing it? Maybe. She's like, yeah. Also, he's warty. It says that he's warty, like his hands are warty.
Maybe.
No, it says that.
Again.
The movie tells us that he has warty hands. And she's ready to get some of those genital warts.
Maybe.
From a ghost. Okay. In the bar, the stage comes to life. A giant squid becomes manifest and kills a child, turns him into Paper Mario, but then they throw a life preserver to him and pull him out, and he's fine.
Yeah.
He goes from 2D to 3D. 3D.
And then his brother grabs his mom's butt awkwardly. Yeah, he like falls and he's like, oh no! Both hands, both cheeks.
Nice. Was she trying to hang herself by chance? Was he just helping her? Okay.
No.
All right.
No, he was just grabbing a butt because the camera was on and no one could stop him.
Yeah, I'm a little kid. I can do whatever I like. Mary and Jack, they have a little date. They're trying to avoid porking, but eventually they do. They end up
This
pupping.
I don't get. Did anyone have any bead on what was happening here? Because there's supposed to be some like rule to how this all goes down, and they're like, no, yes, bang me, don't bang me.
Jackie, do you remember the poetic verse in the Book of Spirits that he reads while in the bathtub?
Yeah, if they pork and it's not true love, it's somebody's going down. But if they pork and it is true love, then it'll all be okay.
Okay.
Then he pulls the classic rapist move and they gets her drunk on champagne.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't want to have sex either. Let's just drink some champagne.
If they don't pork, then nothing happens. She just goes back to getting stabbed every night, right?
Right.
So why are they doing the no yes thing? They only have this one chance,
because
right?
Something about like if they tup, you go to the grave or something. I don't know. I think it's implied like it's implied that he thinks if they have sex that she's gonna die or he's gonna die. Somebody's gonna die.
Somebody's gonna
They're
die.
already dead.
And then they're just, if the ghost comes back to life, gets porked, and dies, don't they just go back to being a ghost?
Right. The rest of the group, they're out looking for an area that's free of ghosts. And they end up on the dock and they're like, yeah, this place is free of ghosts. Woohoo. Let's party. And they get all drunk and fucked up. And then all of a sudden the bus that went into the lake earlier comes up and hovers like it's fucking Christine and chases Beverly D'Angelo around because it's driven by Marty, who I think wants to run her ass over so that she becomes a ghost.
It didn't become clear until later, but I think that's what he's trying to do is run her down. Because I'm like, why are you trying to run her down? This doesn't make any sense. Why would he not want to come back to life and do the boning thing?
Right? Yeah, you're fleshy right now. Now's your chance, bro. Run her over when you're not fleshy.
Well, where's Yoda in all this?
Shouldn't he be?
Because he was the one that got the bus out of there. That looked just like the X-Wing.
This fleshy material that you are made of. Now, my Yoda stinks. Yeah, it's just not good. I can't even speak backwards. Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon can get the bus out too. Qui-Gon's actually more powerful than Yoda, Sam.
Ticket sold. You will not.
Next stop, 5th and May. It is? I don't know. God damn it. Because it's a bus. You know, you get on the bus. Yellow line, you will stay behind. Oh, God. Okay, so then cartoon ghosts start flying out of the bus and picking up the guests and do nothing with them. They're just like, we got you picked up now.
And flipping people off.
Oh, God, it's stupid.
Yeah. It was like they decided to leave Jennifer Tilly's tits in there, so they're like, well, I may as well flip people off while we've already burned our rating on this one.
Meanwhile, Mary has been tooped, and she's gone from a serious 4 to a 2, so big downgrade. Because I'm sorry, I don't think Daryl Hannah's attractive.
And then oh, God, he's just...
She's out of his league, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then he's like... He was never in love with her. He's just a superficial pig.
He doesn't want anything to do with it. He runs away from her because now she's got gross face. Which, I mean...
Again, it's just more of the same thing that he's done throughout this movie. Duh! Derp! Duh!
Yeah, totally. So she chases after him. Marty is crashed the bus into the castle, and he flies into Jack because he's made man. He's manifest. And Beverly D'Angelo's like, oh, you're okay with me, humpy guy. Let's go hump. And so they split off into pairs. And Jack is like, oh, God, this is grody. I don't want to have anything to do with you. You look like the woman in red after she takes off her brooch. Ugh, gross. Or the lady that gets out of the bathtub in The Shining. Ugh, icky. Jack makes out with her, right? Yeah. I think everybody makes out with the old lady in the movie. I think it's just what you do when your hot lady turns into an old lady. I think you make out with her. She forces him to kiss her. He doesn't want to do it. She's like fucking the cat in that Pepe Le Pew thing. She's just squirming and going, oh, I don't want to kiss you. And Pepe Le Pew's smashing her face. He has no place to go. And then she gets Daryl Hannah again, implying that it's true love, but the whole time he's like pounding on the couch like, oh, God, you taste like dust. I mean, that's not... I mean, I don't know. I love my wife, but that's how I react when we kiss too, so maybe it is true love. Hey-oh! Hey, Jackie, it's funny because we're both old.
So it's just like two mummies making out, really.
It's mummy smooching. Yep. That's what it looks like.
Sometimes our bandages get wrapped together. We get stuck.
And it's the bad CGI mummy, like the Brendan Fraser mummy before he becomes Arnold Vosloo. It's just really like, ooh, that looks bad, even by like looking bad standards. Eesh. What else happens?
She chases down the biggest bohogie in Ireland. And then he's got his trick is that he's like, well, come to me. And she's like, I love you. Whoa.
She's street pizza. Sharon. And then Mary took over her body. Because... I
guess. So there's rules that are happening here that were not discussed in the movie. This is where the horse take my wife, please, probably. Because he's got to be in on this to make this all happen, right? Guess.
So now... Mary, the spooky ghost, is an alive person who has inhibited Sharon's body and then transmorphed Sharon's body to look like Daryl Hannah so that she can be alive with Steve Guttenberg and Sharon can just be a spooky ghost in love with Marty, the murdering, squishing wart finger guy.
Yeah.
And they've also switched outfits. So now Sharon has the wedding dress on.
Right?
Okay, yeah,
I don't know. It seems weird, like, I mean, the whole thing seems weird. Anyways,
they've all decided to stay in the castle too, and so it's like this weird wife swap ghost situation comes with besties.
Yeah, right. And yeah.
Well, in Mary's defense, she's got to save this place from Peter O'Toole.
Why? What's wrong with Peter O'Toole? The guests leave. They're like, hey, we're giving you 5 stars on Yelp, VRBO, all of it. You're good. We save it from Peter O'Toole. He's now a successful businessman, according to the film.
Okay.
And she doesn't know anything about finance.
Or hotel management.
No,
Hospitality.
she was just a rich tart that got stabbed.
Yeah. Hospitality management is not her. She doesn't have a degree in that. That's the end of the movie as they dance away happily. My first question is, does Mary, when she jumps into the body of Sharon, does she become the visuals of Sharon? And we see Daryl Hannah. She looks like Beverly D'Angelo, but we see she looks like Daryl Hannah because the male narrative is through Jack's eyes. Because if she doesn't inhibit the body of Sharon, Sharon is dead.
And then somebody's going to jail for murder.
Very much murder death.
Because her dad is a dick. But she can't be the body of Beverly D'Angelo because Jack is not our point of view character. Peter O'Toole is. It started with him.
It does, but he's not...
They both are point of view characters, but...
Peter O'Toole takes place in none of the love stuff. Nothing. He has nothing to do with any of the love stuff. He's not in any of the scenes or the narrative of it at all. So at some point, the POV has to switch.
The POV switches between the two of them. Actually...
She's in the dress.
The POV has switched to the guy from Jurassic Park a couple times, too.
Either way, she's in the red dress. How? She just like
and
swooped
Tilly
into your red
the...
dress. Now I'm pretending to be dead. She has to inhibit that body.
Yeah, that's the only way that they get away with the murder.
Otherwise, you don't get to live here. You fucking killed my daughter. And also, come back to America, Sharon, my daughter, said the rich guy. Who else is next? Who else?
Murder was my big question.
The murder?
Yeah. So I think we answered it.
Well, I don't think it was a murder. I think it was more of a suicide.
Who? What?
Somebody's going to pay when Daddy Warbucks comes to Ireland.
Unless Sharon's not dead. And Jack...
Unless she's not dead.
Plus legal divorce and like going through all that. Jack's just... It makes it easier. It just makes it easier if Mary looks like Sharon and they just go on living their lives happy. Did Marty trade up? That's my question. Yeah. Did
Marty and Sharon both traded up?
Sorry, Daryl. Here's the big one, guys. It's not a question. It's a statement. It's incest. Marty is a Broggan. Sharon is a Broggan. That's her great-grandpa. She's having sex with...
Her great-great-grandpa. That's gross.
I didn't catch this, and I had to go back and check, but one of my first notes when we were talking about the bank lender, I thought he was going to come into the movie, so I made sure to write his name down. Broggin. 3/4
no, they're not.
through the first note.
Yeah, they are.
And then it's revealed that Marty's last name is Broggan. They're fucking related. Huh. It's incest.
So he has what it takes to be a Catholic priest.
She says that she's of Irish descent too. She's my father loves this place. He was born here. That is her grandpa that she is now married to.
It's like 6 times removed, though.
Yeah. Her grandpa?
It's gross. So banging your real grandpa, yucky.
I guess it's
banging
200 years, but okay.
2 generations dead grandpa, totally
it's
fine.
It's still her great lineage. ancestor that she is ghost banging, sculping, tooping. I don't know if you can toop if you're a ghost, but you can sculpt. So, yeah, they're doing it. They're doing it, and it's icky. And, well, I guess they're ghosts. They can do whatever the fuck they want, right? They're dead.
It's not well thought out by the writing team.
No, I don't. I think it is, Sam. There's too much info that says we did this on purpose. Otherwise, why would she say all that stuff about my father grew up and was born in this castle where Marty, the lady killing guy, worked, who was not a Plickman or whatever the family's name is.
Plunkett.
Yeah. Married to Plunkett, which means that also, what's his name? Jack is a descendant of Mary. No. Peter O'Toole's a Plunkett. They're right. Yeah, Jack's just some guy. Never mind. Okay.
Jack is Jack Crawford. Some guy.
Yeah. Anybody else?
No.
Okay, final recommendations. I'll start first. I already said it. I didn't like it. Pass. It's a 5 out of 4 on any scale. Or 5 out of 10. It's just, but I do have some moments to say after we go through. Sam.
I didn't like it at all. And I pretty much give a don't to any comedy that isn't funny unless it's so horridly incompetent. And the second half almost got there, but it didn't get there. So you get to see Jennifer Tilly's boob for like 4 frames.
Drive or Falls, whichever one. Can't remember. Jackie?
I really want to give this a do because it did have a good storyline to it. It could have been great, but I can't because I didn't laugh very much. I mean, I laughed at a horse dong.
Yeah.
And that was unintentionally funny.
Yeah, it's just a hard horse.
And
there's a horse peeing.
Yeah.
Right before they edited that part out.
You know, so I thought it was cute. I kind of liked it, but I can't recommend it to anybody else.
Yeah, here's the sad thing, and this is what I alluded to earlier, Sam, is that in this period of time, this is the right place and the right time, and not knowing what to do in the right place and the right time, because it's got all the marks that this should have been a massive success. Great cast, right? Everybody in this movie is great. Nobody other than Gutenberg to a degree, and maybe Daryl Hannah. But lots of good actors. Peter O'Toole is chewing the fucking scenery throughout this entire thing. It's a movie about ghosts falling in love, which if you travel back into 1988 and say, we've got a comedic version, a Clue-esque high-paced, frenetic movie about ghosts falling in love, starring Peter O'Toole, Daryl Hannah, and Steve Gutenberg. That is a recipe for success in 1988, and they couldn't get it done. This is
because it's not funny.
Yeah, it's not.
Clue is really fucking funny.
But like from start to finish, the entire production of this movie, and again, maybe it's the freaking production, the producers of this movie getting their hands on the editing, because the editing is by far the worst part of this movie. Also, I had a hard time understanding half the characters because everybody's screaming over the top of them. It's just all very poorly laid out and doesn't work in any shape or form. But on paper, it totally should have. I'm with Jackie.
It should have worked.
Should have fucking worked. Death Becomes Her is another one that says, ding, 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 ding. That's how you do this script. Witches of Eastwick. And it's like they saw Clue and said, let's add a paranormal twist to it where they fall off. Great, that's all fine. And then didn't have any of the pieces in motion to freaking do it. Any of the talent behind the camera. So that's my rant. I think it should have been a good movie, and it very much is not.
It sucks.
Next week on the show is my pick, and I've got a wild one. It's called Sword of the Valiant. You ever heard of this one, Sam?
The name sounds familiar.
It's got Sean Connery in it. We're actually doing back-to-back big casts. Boy, I should have had this pulled up earlier, because I think it's on Amazon Prime right now. Amazon Prime just did a big old freaking dump of some really good crappers. Let's see here. Miles O'Keefe, Sean Connery, Trevor Howard, Peter Cushing, not Peter O'Toole, the Ronald Lacey, who's the guy that's got the hand that's the Nazi in Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade, John Rice Davies, bunch of David Rappaport, pretty much everybody again. Sword and Sandals, King Arthur movie, currently streaming on Amazon Prime from 1984. So that's your movie next week. Hope you guys have a great week and get to the jump.